I'm not a reactor. Reactor. I just react. If you know, you know, man. But anyways, today I'm gonna be reacting to Softwhite, Underbelly, Fentanyl, Addict Couple interview, Adrian and Tamara. I was like, bro, I got hella videos lined up, bro. I got like at least 5, bro. Like, I know I've been gone 4 days, but no, I had to take a day or two though. You know how it be. Gotta take a break, right? You know, it's good. Breaks are healthy in some cases. In some cases. But hate it if you hate it. Like it if you like it. And don't do drugs, kids. Unless it's what I be doing. But don't do this one right here. Please don't do this one. This one's dangerous.
All right, Adrian and Tamara, where are you guys from originally?
LA, well, Covina really, San Gabriel Valley.
I'm from Long Beach.
What were your childhoods like?
Childhood was pretty dysfunctional. Grew up in borderline Lakewood, Long Beach. Without my mom, and my dad raised us. He was a good parent. You know, my dad, he worked his ass off to put food on the table and clothes on our backs. But he still found a way to get into trouble.
Sounds like a pretty good childhood.
Huh?
Sounds like a pretty good childhood.
Yeah. I mean, my dad was hardworking. He was a hardworking parent, but my brothers, we still found a way to get into trouble. So yeah, the first time I committed a crime.
Bro, it's no such thing as finding a way to get in trouble. It's just like you grow up and you make mistakes and you learn and you become better. Because like nobody's perfect. What's over this thing like that people are like supposed to be perfect or something? Like nobody's perfect. Like we're all gonna make mistakes. We're all gonna mess up. But it's what we do after we make the mistake that counts. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what's important. Because if you let the mistake defy you, then that's where you mess up. I said it in a lot of my videos, bro. Like, go check it out, man. Like, and then come back and check this out.
9 years old. I was 9 years old, and we had like stolen our neighbor's property after they had moved out.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Wow. And I didn't think she was gonna say that. I thought she was gonna say like she stole some candy from the store or something. Bro, what? Nah, that threw me off. Nah, that's crazy.
And distributed to like people on our block and stuff like that. It was terrible. Freaking.
What?
My dad found out about it.
Wait a minute. Is she saying what I think she's saying? Is she trying to say it without saying it? Just say it. Just say it.
As far as your childhood goes, there was no particular abuse or anything like that was going on?
Abuse? No.
Basically a good childhood, except you were acting up.
Yeah. There was no type of abuse going on at all.
Which is what kids do. But you grow up, and you start to learn. Eventually, it takes time to learn. I don't know. It's not gonna happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, besides when we get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What kind of girl were you in high school?
Huh?
What kind of girl were you in high school?
In high school, I was.
She about to lie. Don't lie. Don't lie now.
I mean, I was cool. I was really, I was cool with everybody.
Yeah, I see that. That's not good. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. That's a red flag, bro. That's a red flag, bro. If she cool with everybody, just leave. That's terrible. That's terrible, bro. Like it can't never be like, oh, okay, I had this friend and that friend. No, I was cool with everybody. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Like, no. Like, there's no such thing. If you trying to be cool with everybody, that means you want everybody like you, and that's just stupid. Like man, if I would have grew up when everybody liked me, my head would have exploded. Like, it's gonna be people in your life that like you. It's gonna be people in your life that don't.
Unless they, found a way
But
to
like who, like you shouldn't care.
make me angry or something like that. So I fought a lot. I got into a lot of fights.
There it is.
Wasn't really too nice to people that I wasn't fond of.
At IHG Hotels and Resorts all-inclusive offering by Zero Star Beachfront Resorts. Drink.
And Adrian?
I grew up really poor. My mom, she did the best that she could. My dad wasn't really around. My dad had a dream of being a rock star, so he was always in those nightclubs trying to make something of himself, but he wasn't really around. We didn't actually have like a kitchen table until I was like 7, so we had a lot of picnics. And then as we got older, things kind of got a little bit better. But my mom always found a way to kind of like fuck it up. I mean, she was a good mom. Like, we always she did her best to have the food on the table, clothes on her backs, but she's really neglectful. She started fucking my sister's boyfriend who was beating me.
Whoa. Hold the fuck up. What? Your sister boyfriend was hitting your mom? And I don't mean that way.
She kind of chose him over all of us, and
what?
It was really fucked up when she kicked my sister out of the house so that he could stay there without any issue.
Oh my! And then the mom kicked the sister out and kept the boyfriend. I can't believe it. It never get any better. It always get worse, bro. Every day I wake up and I hear something. It's always worse than what it was. Like, how low can you scoop? She should be ashamed of herself. Like, you can't get your own boyfriend. That's just sad. I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed.
And, as I tried to tell her that I was getting beat, and, she just didn't believe it.
And then he said, hold on. Let me make sure I'm hearing this right. Hold on. He tried to tell her. Let me go back. Back a little bit.
I grew up really poor. My mom, she did the best that she could. My dad wasn't really around. My dad had a dream of being a rock star, so he was always in those nightclubs trying to make something of himself, but he wasn't really around. We didn't actually have like a kitchen table until I was like 7, so we had a lot of picnics. And then as we got older, things kind of got a little bit better. But my mom always found a way to kind of like fuck it up. I mean, she was a good mom. Like, we always she did her best to have the food on the table, clothes on her backs, but she's really neglectful. She started fucking my sister's boyfriend who was beating me, and she kind of chose him over all of us. And
bro,
you know, it was
Dude,
when she kicked my.
this should not have took me that long to pause it. I can't even fathom what he's saying right now, bro. All I can say is, man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's messed up. And no guy like that should be respected. No guy like that deserves anything.
Out of the house so that he could stay there without any issues. And you know, as I tried to tell her that I was getting beat, and you know, she just didn't believe it.
So your mom stole your sister's boyfriend.
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
And you know, we kind of just started losing shit from there. We went from like we grew up really poor, and then as I got older, my mom got a good job, and you know, we moved into like a condo, and then all this shit happened, and we slowly but surely fell. And then when I was 13, this dude was still living with us, and I tried to kill him. And, you know, that's when he finally moved out and then beat me stopped. And then I just kind of started hanging out in the streets and selling weed and stuff like that through high school. And just eventually progressed until I was in gangs and shit. And started doing meth.
What age was that?
I don't condone. I do not condone. I'm not signing off on that, man. I don't condone. Just putting that out there.
Meth at like 19, but throughout high school from like 13 to 19, I was doing ecstasy and drinking, and everything got so bad to a point when I was 15, I tried to kill myself, and I spent a couple weeks in the hospital.
When did drug use start for you?
Started when I was around 15. I started getting into the heavy drugs. It's meth.
The heavy.
And ecstasy, cocaine, and heroin came when I was 18. I started using heroin. And yeah, fentanyl. I got into fentanyl about 4 years ago, somewhere around there.
Are you guys both using fentanyl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got into it about 2 years ago.
Would you have gotten into fentanyl on your own doing, or do you think it was just because you were doing opiates and fentanyl became kind of snuck into the scene for heroin users?
Yeah, no. Well, for me, it's because I ended up going to a program. I went to a program, and when I came out, I couldn't find heroin anywhere.
Yeah, it's got to be replaced.
Right. And then, yeah, I was introduced to fentanyl, and it was something that I honestly, I didn't want to get into at all, you know what I'm saying, because I was just hearing about how terrible it was, but...
She didn't want to get into it, but she did it. That's scary. I ain't gonna lie. That's scary. You don't want to do something, but you do it anyway.
Slowly but surely, I ended up falling into it, and yeah, it's been hard to stay away from.
Yeah. How old are you guys now?
I'm 32. Go ahead.
Sorry. We both just turned. She's 32. She's 32. She turned that on September 19th, and I just turned 30 on the 10th of this month.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And where are you guys staying?
Oh, in my car.
You're living in your car?
Yeah.
You come down to Skid Row because you can.
That's what I was about to ask, but I didn't want to, you know. It's better than being outside.
Everything you need,
basically. And I need to shower and to get meals because people pass out food and stuff like that.
Sure.
You know, we've been together about 3 years now, and you know, we've had our moments where we got clean. You know what I mean? Or I'll end up in jail because I'm trying to take care of us. You know, robbing somebody or stealing cars or something. You know what I mean? I'm always constantly in jail for the better part of our relationship.
Do he look like that kind of guy? Look at him. Now, I'm not trying to make any stereotypes, but do he look like that kind of guy? He look like he be on timing. Look at him. He don't look like he be on time, bro. He look like he on that.
Been locked up.
Jail's a great way to get clean.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably like, it's the only way I know how to kick, because we've tried to do a detox a couple of times, and, just knowing that we can leave, just, we end up leaving. So that's the problem.
What's your relationship like with your families now?
Oh, I really don't have a relationship with my family. I mean, I haven't talked to my sister in like 11 years. My brother, I haven't talked to him like maybe 2 or 3. And then my mom, and I'll talk to off and on. But the only one I have a relationship with is my dad. My dad's amazing. He's a really good, loving, and caring dad. I definitely don't deserve a dad like him. I really want to get clean just to make him proud. I love my dad a lot.
What's your relationship like with your family?
I have a good relationship with my family. Like when I'm doing the right thing. As far as like right now, they don't really know that I'm high again. I just recently got out of the program, and like they know that I'm out.
That's crazy, bro. I think to myself, I'd be like, it is no point in going to the program when you know you're gonna come out and do the same thing. It's no point. It beats the whole point of the program. The point of the program is to make sure you don't do what you did in the beginning. Not go back to it.
They don't know that I'm out here getting loaded again, So when they do find out about it, it's not gonna be good. And yeah, that's really the only time that I have issues with my family is when I'm high.
What emotions do you guys go through living this life?
Everything.
Spectrum Business is made to work the way small business works.
Everything.
When people walk in here, they are in a serious crisis. Their whole life has been turned.
Living this life.
A lot of guilt and shame, a lot of regret, and, hopelessness some days. Trying to figure out what to do next. Yeah.
Most days, hopelessness. It's about not being able to provide for ourselves, on a daily basis, and going through the struggles of that. And we're constantly fighting. Majority of the time, fight.
See, I love the honesty, man. You can't be ashamed, bro. There's no such thing as perfect. Do you hear me? There's no such thing as perfect, man. No relationship is perfect. You're gonna argue, but it's what you do after the argument that counts. I respect the honesty, man.
But still, at the end of the day, there's nobody I'd rather lay next to. I'd be lost if I didn't have her.
I think any two people would be fighting when you're going through all the obstacles you guys are going through now.
Yeah.
How do you make money?
Honestly, because right now I have 2 strikes and I'm on a joint suspension, so I'm doing everything I possibly can to not have to commit a crime. So I've been trying to recycle a lot, and I'm trying to wait on this thing with Chrysalis. I'm waiting on the orientation to do it on Monday to try to help do something. You know what I mean? And also, I'm trying to get in line with to get an SRO to try to get us off the streets.
That would help a lot, right?
Yeah, but the only money that we have coming in right now is for the food stamps in the DR.
Yeah.
Do you have hope of getting clean one day?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this can't be all there is. I mean, we've gotten clean. I mean, like she said, we were both just in a program. We both just graduated, and we were doing good. And I don't know what the fuck happened. We just fell.
No, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
We fell fast this time.
I'm gonna tell you what it was. They got out the program, and that thing was cool for a certain amount of time. And then they got into a bad argument. And that's why they both started using again.
We both want to be clean. It's just doesn't make sense knowing that this is where we get to when we want to get clean and we get clean. knowing that this is what we're going to end up at, we still test the waters thinking that we can do it.
Yeah.
Addiction is a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
What do you think people that don't do drugs don't understand about drug addiction?
It's not that we just can't stop.
That you're smart enough to know that it's not the right thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I could just stop and never touch this shit again, I would. You know? But it's not that easy.
Would you though? But would you though?
Yeah, you know, I wish I could just say, all right, I'm done, and just never come back. It's not that. There's this little demon in the back of your head that when you're doing good and everything's fine around you, you just have that voice, I want to get high today. And that voice, you shut that voice out, but it gets louder and louder and louder until that's the only thing you can hear.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, you're back down here picking up a sack and, you know, trying to figure out what you can collect next to get high.
What are your biggest fears now?
Yeah.
Not getting sober.
I'll go back to prison or one of us will die. You know, because just recently I've had to save her like 4 or 5 times now.
Yeah.
And we've only been out here for like 3 weeks this time.
OD?
Yeah.
Bro, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. Like, I've never seen nobody OD, bro, but just for me to see it one time, I would just be on that person's head, getting them off whatever stuff they on. Like, cause that's just terrible. Like, it is probably so traumatic, you know, dealing with somebody that's overdosing. Like, that's probably really traumatic. Back to back to back, though.
You know, those are my fears.
Do you carry Narcan with you?
Yeah. I try not to use it though because I mean, like, I've OD'd 3 times on fentanyl, and just knowing that pain coming, you know, it's fucking horrible. So I'm lucky that we both know CPR and how to bring each other back.
Yeah, he just had to Narcan me the other day because I went out, I overdosed, and he Narcan me. And that was terrible for me. And I never had that experience before, you know, and all my years using, I'd never been Narcan like that before, and it was crazy. I woke up like freaking out, just not knowing what was going on with my body, you know. And yeah, it was kind of scary.
Yeah, no, you almost died.
Yeah.
And even that still won't get you to stop.
Right.
It shows you the power of these drugs.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I was stabbed in the throat, and you know, the first thing I do when I get out of the hospital, I came straight back down here, and I slammed a shot of meth. And this was before I was starting doing fentanyl, but you know, I was in a relationship with somebody that was on drugs, and you know, I tried to break up with this individual, and she stabbed me in the throat. You know?
What? She stabbed you for trying to break up with her? That's beyond crazy. She's a lunatic. That's not. What in the? Is she crazy? It's a good thing he's still here, man, to explain it. Like, man, like, oh my God, like, you could have sent him a paragraph or just send him a nice, loving paragraph or something. You know, like, I love you, I don't want to break up. But you go and stab him in the neck?
All this from. And the moment I get out of the hospital, straight back down here with a needle in my arm. You know, and I really am almost dying. You know, because the lifestyle that I'm choosing to live, and you know, you really don't understand when enough is enough. Like, even though you want it to be enough, you know, it always there's this itch to do it one more time. Oh, I can do it just one more time, and it's never just one more time.
Do you guys have children?
Yeah, I do. I have 2 boys.
Where are they?
With their paternal grandparents.
Do you talk to them, or?
Honestly, right now, no, not really. I haven't been in contact with my son, my youngest son.
Why?
For the last like 4 years. And then my oldest son, and he stays close, not too far, up South County. His grandparents aren't really, they, as when I'm using, they don't want me talking to him or, really trying to communicate like that because he's getting older now and he already has the understanding of using. He lost his dad when he was 6 years old.
What?
To the addiction,
What?
But basically, the older that he gets, the more that he knows, and they're not trying to have me come in and out of his life like that, and to see me doing the things that I'm doing, it's just unhealthy, and it's only going to hurt him more.
Is that the hardest part for you to deal with? That your kids are out there and you're not really in their life?
I mean, yeah, it's hard,
What are the advantages of being a couple and living homeless like you are?
You
You're
have
not really
somebody.
alone though. You know what I mean? Like,
You have somebody.
Like,
That's the advantage. You have somebody that got your back. Everybody don't got that in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't got somebody to have their back and watch out for them and look out for them and make sure they're good. You know what I'm saying? It's cold. It's cold in the streets, man. It's cold. And it's November, man. It's cold in the streets, man.
for a long time, I did this by myself. Like before I met her, because I don't really like people. I never really have, and so I was used to being alone. So there were days when it was really hard when I'd give up or I didn't want to do this anymore, and I'd make some stupid, really, really stupid choices, and I'd try to kill myself or something like that, and I'd wake up just to find out that I'm still here or whatever. But for me at least, it's just not being alone. Knowing that
I seen that. Oh,
I have somebody that
exactly. See, look at what he about to say.
cares whether I live or die. To just have someone to lay next to.
That feels good inside, man. That feels good inside.
But I mean, yeah, that's me.
It's got to be good to have somebody just that you trust that's in your life. Because most people out here you can't trust, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, even in the position that we're in, we stay by each other's side because we trust each other and we love each other. And even though it gets hard, you can still find comfort in each other through the rough times.
How long have you guys been together?
For 3 years.
He said it. I gotta get my thumbnail. I gotta get my thumbnail, bro.
For 3 years.
3 years. How'd you meet?
I was picking up dope one day, and she was at my Connect's spot smoking, and I hit on her for the first time, and she told me no. And I ended up running into her again about a week later, and she said no again. But as I was about to leave, she stopped me. I'm like, hey, let's go get something to eat. And it was a wrap after that. We haven't been separated unless I've been in jail since then.
What are the disadvantages of being a couple on the streets? The streets are rough down here.
They try to take
It
advantage.
makes it that much harder because you love this person and you want to see this person clean, but yet you don't want this person to leave because you'd be alone. You know what I mean? And when I sit here and I look at her and I know that she's starving or whatever else it is, it eats me up inside because I know that I can go rob somebody or I can go steal this car, but I have 2 strikes and I'm on.
Bro, chill, man. Chill out. Please, bro. Please, man. Please. Don't do that stuff, man. Like, if you ain't gonna do it for nobody else, do it for her. Do it for her. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Any other way, bro. Like, you can donate plasma for crying out loud, man. I do. I done donated like 20 times. It's cool.
In suspension right now. If I commit one more crime, I'm not coming home for like a decade. And it eats me up inside. I'm looking at her knowing that she's hungry or whatever it is, and there's nothing that I can do. You know what I mean? So that's the worst part.
Wait a minute. Wait. I take it back. You can't do it if you're doing that stuff. You gotta get off that stuff. You can't. Oh, I forgot. Y'all on them hard stuff. Because they don't play about them hard stuff.
And the simplistic way of looking at this is, well, just quit the drug use and get a job. But that's just an impossible thing right now, it seems.
Yeah, it does. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucked up that it, like, it doesn't even feel like an option sometimes. You know what I mean? Just to stop, because I know that the moment that I do stop, like getting fentanyl, like, okay, now I'm getting sick. You know, and the only way I've ever been able to stop that was going through jail.
And even when you get clean in jail, then you still relapse when you get out.
That's a vicious cycle. You know, and none of it makes sense. None of it makes
sense. That's why I asked. Is like, do you think you'll be in this situation forever?
No. No, I definitely have hope that one day soon we'll be able to get stopped, or, you know, just even by doing. We've tried to do it together, so the only way that we're gonna get clean is if we separate, and that's, you know.
You wanna know what's crazy? I ain't want to say that. I ain't want to say it, but he said it for me in a way. In a way. Like, you know, in a way. Like, it wouldn't have to be for a long time, but in a way, he's right. You know, he's stating facts. You know, because they just gonna enable each other. You know, so
that's the hard part too.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting to separate for whatever it takes, a year or so. If you both got clean and then got back together, seeing how the relationship would change.
Yeah, we were clean just recently for 5 months together.
Yeah.
You were?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was really good. It was actually really amazing. I had gotten arrested, and I had given up on the relationship at that point. I'd gotten arrested, and I found God, and about 2 months me being in jail, I got a letter on my door from her. She had gotten clean, got on medication, and, you know, we decided to work on ourselves again, and it worked out really well.
If you've been hurt in a motorcycle accident, you need a law firm with lawyers who ride, and that's us.
And then just after 5 months clean, she wanted to get used, and I was trying to make sure that it didn't happen, but she told me that either with me or without me, she was going to use, and so I'm really fucking protective over her.
I kind of see where he's going with this. So basically, it was like they was going to be together and she was going to be using. And it's like, if they using right next to you and they using something that you use, of course, eventually you're going to be like, man, pass that. Like, what? We in this together. Wow, bro. This is... Wow.
So I left with her, so I knew that she was safe. You know, so that's what started all this again. Because I didn't want her to be out here by herself. Because I didn't know if she was going to overdose or whatever it was.
What's been the hardest thing you guys have gone through?
That exactly what he just said. Exactly what he just said.
Schizophrenia.
Yeah, probably.
What?
It hasn't been too bad, but you know, over the years out here, I became a schizophrenic.
No way. No way. Stop playing. For real?
Bipolar schizophrenic,
What?
and there were a lot of things that I believe to be true that would cause a lot of chaos. You know, not just between us, but just with everybody in my life. You know, because I didn't know who was out to get me. You know, I believe that you're doing things behind my back that probably weren't even true. People were stealing my identity, like just really like far out things, you know. But yeah, it caused me to do a lot of things that I wouldn't normally do. And yeah.
Is that from the drug use or the lack of sleep or both?
From the drug use, yeah.
And maybe you had a propensity to go to schizophrenia?
Yeah, like I think that, like, I don't know if it was like a bad, you know what I'm saying, a bad batch of dope or something I got my hands on or what, but yeah, definitely drug induced.
And Adrian, what were you thinking as you're going through that?
Oh, that was hell. That was a lot of hell, you know, because I didn't know if it was ever going to stop, you know. Like, I'm talking about, like we'd be fine, and then just one moment I would say like a word, and she would go off and start thinking crazy shit. I remember at 2:30 in the morning one time we were driving down the 110. She made me pull over, pulled everything out of the trunk, and you know she was knocking on the where, like, above where the tire is. Think like, oh, it's hollow right here. She's like, she thought that I was hiding a girl in the trunk, so that waiting for her to go to sleep so I could fuck this girl. You know, so it was just, it was really difficult, and I was always trying to get her clean, and that was the hardest part about it too, because when I tried to get her clean, she just thought I was trying to put her in a mental hospital. But it was just a vicious cycle that everything I was doing to try to help was just trying to take something away from her, or trying to put her into sex slavery or whatever the fuck it was.
You know what's crazy? They try to say, like, you know, people leave like good reviews on the hospitals and stuff, and they try to say that it worked. But the truth is, and this is a hard truth to learn, the truth is that it only worked in the moment. Like, when I was there, I felt like I had to be something just so I could get out. It wasn't, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be something different so that they think like, oh, he's ready. But in reality, that's not what that really was. You know, I made a video on that.
Whatever the trip was that week.
You're the guy with the gun, the person who would do anything to protect the ones you love. But did you know you could go?
And just leaving her wasn't an option, because I knew how bad she was, you know. So I always worried that if I would have left her somewhere, what would have happened to her? Would she have been raped or killed, or would she have tried to kill herself, or, you know? So there was days when it was really hard, and I didn't want to leave, where I couldn't stand her, and in those days, it wasn't just about what I wanted; it's about what I thought she may need. Because
See, that's the definition of caring. That's the definition of it, man. He said, bro, listen to him, man. Listen. That was beautiful. That was
somewhere, what would have happened to her? Would she have been raped or killed, or would she have tried to kill herself? Or, so there was days when it was really hard and I didn't want to leave, where I couldn't stand her. And, in those days, it wasn't just about what I wanted. It's about what I thought she may need.
It's not about what you want. It's about what they need. That's perfect, bro. That's perfect in a relationship. Because when you selfless in a relationship, it lasts. When you selfish, it don't.
Because she couldn't be alone at that time. So I just kind of sucked it up and did my best to make sure she knew she could trust me and try to get her clean.
It's probably difficult as well, knowing that your home is one car problem away from being useless.
Oh yeah, just this morning, our car died just for.
Oh damn! And I was just talking about them going to the plasma place once they got clean. Bro, man, there's always something, ain't it?
Because it ran out of. I left the keys in the ignition and it was on, so the battery died. Yeah, it sucks.
And then you're homeless without a tent.
Yeah. But if I lost this car, the first thing I would do is I would go steal another one. I actually own this car. This car is like.
Dude, chill out, bro. Stop talking about, bro, dude. Stop talking about that stuff, man. Come on, I'ma stay. I'ma stay.
But that was the first thing that I would do. Is I couldn't. Because I need to be able to drive. I need to be able to move.
But then you risk 3 strikes.
Yeah. But it'd be the first thing that I do. It's the first thing that I always do.
It's a stressful lifestyle.
Yeah.
What would you guys say is the most important lesson you've learned in your lives?
See.
To never thinking that I have a control over this drug. You know what I mean? Like, cause when I get clean again, you know what I mean? To never think that I can control this or that I can just do this one more time.
Well, that's the end of the video. If you stayed to the end, I appreciate you. Because you didn't have to, but you did. If you did, maybe next time I'm out, man. Catch y'all.